LaDawn. Told y'all, man, I'm gonna get creative with this, man. I told y'all I'm gonna get creative. I'm with somebody that's very special to me. Anyway, this guy's personality is crazy, and we got a lot of work we're gonna end up doing together, and it's gonna be interesting. But this is the jailhouse episode. You know what I mean? We're gonna talk some legal aspects, but I'm gonna let him talk to me, ask me questions, whatever's on his mind about the legal aspects, representing yourself, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to make sure it steers in the aspects of educating the people. So this is my man Charles, man. Charles, what's up, brother? How you doing, bro?
Hey, what's up, bro? How's it going, man? Pleasure to be hooked up with you again. Always a pleasure. Always good company. Not enough good people in the world.
Not enough good people in the world at all. And this is why I like sharing, because when we get to show them who we are, what I learned is that they get to understand that there is good people.
Right. It's kind of biblical. It's kind of like you feel like you're the only one in the desert and you're stuck and the enemy's everywhere and you're oppressed. We already have enough things against us as minority males, and so let's just jump right into the jailhouse thing. So my background, I was a military policeman in the Marine Corps. My record's squeaky clean. I have never spent a day or a night in jail. I have family members, I have friends, I know people that have. But as far as the validity of jailhouse lawyer, do you really think, and just bear with me because I'm just coming with this from a blank slate, do you really think that someone, there's a saying that says, if you represent yourself, you have a fool for a client. Do you really think that people are capable of being actual jailhouse lawyers that are effective? And maybe in some cases, due to the demographics of the society or the layout of where they're incarcerated and the political aspects, do you think that there really is a chance? There really is. I mean, obviously you do, but I want to hear why, I guess. Why do you feel that you're capable, not just because you're a smart guy, but why do you feel like people in general, and we'll talk from your experience, why do you feel like people are capable of learning the laws themselves while they're incarcerated and being able to find those loopholes?
I don't feel like that people are capable. You know what I'm saying?
You see where I'm going with this? We asked the difficult
I
question.
don't see where you're going with it. But I'm explaining to you. This is because I got experience. That's the difference by having experience. What happens is the system is so what's the word I'm looking for? The system is so smothering. It's like a bully. Like kids that go to school every day, they just go to school, their parents send them to school. There's a bully at school that's going to try them. It's going every day. You know what I'm saying? And what does that kid have to do? That kid have to learn how to
adapt in that environment, I feel like.
And then bullies are what? They are champions, right? That's what ended up happening with bullies. They end up becoming champions because they bullying so many people, and it's only going to be like a small percentage of people that's going to stand up and stop this bully. So what happens is you have thousands of people, a big population of people that goes through. Some people have a fortune to have money and have lawyers and representation. Most of us have the Cracker Jack box lawyer, that's the free lawyer, the public defender of legal aid, and that's who represents you. And it's a rotating factor of convictions and money being made. So what happens is a person gets sick and tired of going through the system and just getting bullied.
So let me interrupt you for 1 second.
No problem.
So, to your viewers, if they find themselves in need of legal services and they have an adequate amount of finances, should they hire a good lawyer or should they try to look into being a jailhouse lawyer?
No, they shouldn't hire a good lawyer.
Okay, explain that to me. Explain why that is.
Because you're getting robbed. Nowadays, lawyers aren't taught to represent clients and defending them for their money. Lawyers are paid, are there for money, even judges.
So the lawyers, what you're saying, if I understand what I understand, my limited understanding, lawyers are all about billable hours.
They're all about billable hours and how much money they can take from you.
Right.
And then when you're dealing with illegal criminal situations, this is your life. So lawyers are walking you into what? A plea deal.
Okay, because that's what makes sense for them. Not necessarily what makes sense for the client.
Honestly, what I learned is that in law school, law is so vast.
Take exit 10 on the right onto County Highway 65.
Law is so vast, right? So by law being vast, Meaning that when you go to school, you don't even know what you're going to be a lawyer for when you go to school.
Right. I mean, there's multiple areas of practice, and none of them want to cross areas. Like
So-
if you're a corporate lawyer, you're a corporate lawyer. If you're criminal defense,
Exactly.
Gotcha. No, I follow
So now we educating. So now a person, before they get a lawyer, they would have to go find a lawyer that
it's
is
the appropriate.
in that same situation that you're in, that subject matter that you're facing, that charge you're facing, whatever it is you're going in there for, real estate, if you get a divorce, if you want to get a criminal lawyer, you don't want to get a criminal case lawyer with a divorce lawyer or a real estate lawyer.
Right. That would just be stupid.
And then you got to learn the games. That's what I'm saying. You behind the 8 ball from the beginning.
Right.
Because you might get a cop-out lawyer.
Okay, so there's obviously a limited amount of time before you. I mean, I don't know the whole process from the
Yeah,
incarcerated side. I know from the military police side,
Yeah.
but there's a time frame. So if you're saying, okay, you got money, but you don't you don't recommend wasting it on a lawyer that has self-interest at heart. So what would be the process? Like, say you got arrested right now. It doesn't matter what the charges are, whatever. What would be the process for you? Like, what would be your process to prepare, assuming that you didn't have your experience, assuming you had less experience, not maybe as little as me, but assuming you didn't have your experience, what would be the first thing that you would need to do to prepare yourself?
I want to get out of jail every
Okay,
time
so that's
I
the
want
first
jail.
thing. So tell me about that. How does that?
I want to cop out. So whatever, I'm innocent. I want out. Probation. All right, give me that. I want out. Get out. No probation.
So you're just the first thing that
That's
you can.
everybody I ever seen.
So
go to
whether it's
prison.
probation, what about house arrest or
Community service.
Community service. Okay, so you're not looking. What about bail? Is that a
Bail. I
legitimate
got
way?
money. Bail. But most Americans don't have bail money.
Right. So the idea. So the first thing. And so what's the process? How does one go about like negotiating that for themselves?
Now, this is why I made this channel. Like I always tell them, the 8th Amendment is no excessive bail or fines. So they can't give you an excessive bail, and they always gonna give you excessive bail because most people make minimum wage.
Yeah.
Most people don't have enough money to actually pay for that. So how you gonna give me $100,000 bill for selling a dime bag of dope outside? You know what I'm saying? When I'm poor and I'm looking for money.
Right, and the bag's only worth $10.
Yeah.
It's a dime bag. You can't pay bail
So
with that.
they see because our ignorance, they take advantage of us all the time. So we always in the right. We just don't know we in the right.
Well, we need to work smarter, not harder, too.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm not a fan of product of the society and no responsibility for your own actions. In my opinion, the best defense is not getting caught.
Yeah.
Not getting caught, whether that means not doing it, whether
Yeah.
that means being smarter about it, whether that means getting to the point where you made your money and not being greedy and getting out and being a legit businessman such as yourself, diversifying your resources. I mean, I get it. I get that people do what they need to do to get where they need to be. I'm probably where I am because I don't do some things that I could have done to get into a better situation.
Well,
but
see,
if you're gonna,
the people who came over here that's American, they came over here off a treatment of being treated like criminals. So when they came over, this is the only land that we have rights. We have rights that protect us. It's the land of the free. So you're always protected from birth. So you see, look, before your choice of even becoming a criminal, you got rights.
this is true, but will those rights be respected
See,
by
that's
the society?
No, the forefathers, the land, it's called the law of the land.
I need to charge.
Oh no, we good.
All right, we'll pause this.
Coming right back with more.